My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Well, here we are. We're rolling down the road. We're having a good time. I'm driving a pickup truck today. I was going to ride with my buddy. There's two of us named Kevin over here at my work. And turns out both of us, we're going to go out riding around in a guzzler today. But nope, no guzzling for us. Because we got the truck, the guzzler, we took it up on top of the hill where all of our flex hose rolls are. And turns out somebody left a bunch of shit loaded in the fucking guzzler. So we open up the back, like the cylinder, the big, where all the fucking bullshit goes. Open that up, and it had a bunch of water and mud and crud and shit in there. Somebody was supposed to leave us a note to say, don't open it, because we're going. I don't know. They wanted to dump on site. They didn't want to have to go to the landfill just to clean out just a little bit of shit. So we were gonna load all of our shit on top of it, and then we are going to the landfill later today. So it all end up at the landfill. I know, and that's not how it should work, but that's the way we were gonna work it today. And so we opened it up, and we're going to a place that makes pet medicine or something. So you can't be too messy over there. So instead of opening up the hatch and throwing the hose in there, we just put the hose in the back of a pickup truck. So that truck is going to stay completely sealed the whole time we're on site. We won't make no mess today. So that was kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Now I'm driving the pickup truck. He's driving the guzzler, and then I think on the way back we're going to switch up. Not a big deal. Got 200 feet of flex in the back of this pickup truck. Going to be good. And he's running the new. It's a brand new rental guzzler that we got. This thing is so fucking high tech. It's all fancified. It's got everything you could want on it. Oh, I did remember that we probably don't have any tape. Fuck. We'll be all right. If we need to run to the store and grab some tape, we do. But oh well. Unless I got some tape in this pickup truck. You never know what's going to be in these pickup trucks. Sorry there. Had a little bit of a malfunction there, but we're good now. Heading up this way, we're gonna work on this shit. I recorded a video last night for my pickup truck. Oh man, my pickup truck. I think I did a good job for a 12-minute video. I think it's pretty entertaining for the whole 12 minutes. So go check it out if you want, and to get yourself a nice look at the blue monstrosity. It's I put on some door locks. So I talked a little bit about the issues going on with it. So, and I'm pretty sure I've talked a little bit on it on here, but the title is got, I'm not even talking about that it's a GMC C10. Like that's not really an issue at all because nobody's going to come inspect the truck. They're just going to go off of whatever's on the title, which is fine. And I'm not going to make a big stink out of it. I'm just going to say this is the truck. It's the VIN matches. Here we go. And give them the title. I'm thinking I might need to get some sort of a bill of sale or, I don't know, something. But, even the bill of sale won't matter. I don't know. I really don't want to put any information out here yet. But I promise you, once it's tagged and titled and everything's good or something happens to where the title gets into my name, I will go through all of the process that I had to go through. Sometimes with these old farm trucks, because this truck was last tagged in 2009, so it's been off the road for a while. I mean, I graduated high school in 2009, so and that's when the tag expired. So you never know. It could have been 2007 is whenever it was really parked or set off to the side or not being used no more. And yeah, sometimes, luckily, it's got a title with it. A lot of these old farm trucks, they just don't have a title, or they just get switched back and forth between farms and friends and this and that and family members, and then it's like, who's got the title? And nobody has the title, and nobody wants to go through the hassle of trying to get one. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. But I think we're gonna be okay, because I have the original title, and it was last titled in 1996. So that's kind of interesting. It's a 96 title, and I was trying to look up like what changes has, because it's a Kansas title, and I'm a Missouri resident. I was trying to look up like what has there been any major changes to. I mean, even just the look, like does a 96 title look like a 2024 title to a Kansas vehicle? I don't think so. So I wanted to try to see if there's any other little changes going along, make sure everything was going to be okay. I think everything's going to be okay. My first step is going to be go get an IDOD on it, which is basically an inspection, but it's not a safety inspection. It's just an inspection to make sure this truck and this title, everything matches up. And once that's done, I get the IDOD, then I can go get the reassignment, get the title reassigned to my name, I believe. So, anyways, enough about that. I got the door lock. I only put one door lock on last night. I talked to my wife. Her birthday is today. So I'm going to need to call her here in a little bit. And last night, she knew I was going to work on the truck a little bit last night. I ended up being out a little bit later than I expected, but whatever. And now tonight, I'm going to need to make sure I get home tonight. I'm not sure. I think she's wanting to go to Mongolian barbecue tonight, which is awesome. I love Mongolian barbecue. But we're going to leave them no good kids with grandma tonight, because they don't appreciate good food. They want mac and cheese and chicken nuggets, and then they don't even want to eat that. I did have them eating a whole bag of carrots last night. That was kind of cool. Uh, I'm like, eat the carrots. You'll be able to see through walls. If you eat enough, I didn't eat enough carrots just growing up. You got to eat a lot of carrots growing up. You can see through walls. Just try to make up some stuff. My son actually picks up on a lot of my bullshit, which is kind of insane, because a lot of the stuff I say, I try to be completely serious when I say some of these things, or make it sound like it's realistic. He picks up on it quickly, very quickly, and he follows along with it too. Maybe he just knows that I'm always bullshitting him. I don't know, but whenever it comes time to whenever I really need to tell him some shit, it's like kind of like crying wolf. Kind of, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know, but it's gonna be fun. I got him a skateboard for his birthday. I'm really trying to get him into that, just because I think I was never really into skateboards and stuff, but I never got a skateboard growing up. And not that that was going to change anything about my life. Of course, I'm not going to be a professional athlete on any level whatsoever. But uh, in the development phase, which he's in right now, I think skateboarding, this is not with any professional uh, opinions or anything. It's just my opinion. I think getting a skateboard and learning how to balance on one of those motherfuckers will really help him elevate him in at all levels if you can skateboard, because that's you standing on a board with wheels. It's kind of, I don't know. Everybody falls down on skateboards. But if I get him in his development age and get him to learn those balance techniques on a skateboard, then maybe even start up a couple of little tricks here and there, then riding a bike is going to be easier. Riding those hoverboards, because I'm kind of old school, and you like to think that, oh, fucking hoverboards. No, get those fucking things out of here. No, because that everybody's going to have something like that growing up from this point forward. Doesn't matter where or who. There's going to be somebody or a whole, instead of like a bike gang, there's going to be a gang of kids on these little hoverboards or whatever rolling around. So I mean, I'm not too worried about him like learning his balance and stuff, but because there's no way around it. He's going to learn. You can't really go through life without learning the balancing stuff. Um, I I'm old school. I'd like him to learn skateboarding and riding bikes and doing wheelies and stoppies and bunny hops and kick flips and all the cool stuff. But there's gonna be a lot of shit out there that is totally different. My Florida boy buddy, he had one of them one wheel skateboards. It's electric powered one wheel skateboard deal. It's got a wheel in the middle, and I don't know. He busts his ass on that all the fucking time. My uncle has one of those little hoverboards. It's got like the two wheels on the side and the little foot pedals you stand on, and you you hover around. I don't know why it's called a fucking hoverboard. It should just be called a two wheeler or something. I don't know. Should have named it something else. It's not a fucking hoverboard. You're not hovering nowhere. But I'm excited. And then my daughter, she's just into babies. Baby dolls, Barbie dolls, puppy dogs, kitty cats. That she's a princess, palace, tea party. She is nothing but, you imagine a little girl, that's what she is. She is exactly the textbook little girl. That's all she wants to play with is baby dolls and puppy dogs. And she does like a little bit of the other stuff. Like the other night, we acted like zombies, and she does a really good zombie. She'll actually bite you. So you got to be careful. But she will act like a little zombie in her little nightgown, running around. Oh shit! Here she comes. So she does like boy stuff and everything, but she's all girl. She likes playing with sidewalk chalk. She likes bubbles and balloons. It's awesome. I'm glad I have best of both worlds. I got my son, he's into video games. That's all he's really into right now is video games. We got him Fortnite, we got him Minecraft, we got him a Nintendo Switch, we have the Luna controller on the Fire Stick remote, um, which is like a complete game console. I'm thinking about selling my PS4 because nobody's going to be into PS4s for very long because it's a PS4. I think the PS5 is backward compatible. So, what good is the PS4? It's not as good as a PS3 because a PS3 will play PS3, PS2, PS1, I think, and then even PS. I don't know. My son isn't going to be into it. By the time he's ready to start playing video games, the PS5 is going to be the old console. Well, I mean, he's already playing video games now, but I'm thinking about selling the PS4 just because I don't use it at all. A little bit of money would be nice, and maybe put it towards the truck. Really, that's what I want to put it towards. I almost thought about saying put it towards a new computer, but I'm not. I don't know. I got a computer. It works good. The BeamNG did just update. It just updated yesterday. I have not even turned on my laptop to check it out or do anything with it, but I would really like to play it. But I don't know. Right now, at the moment, any free time I got, I'd really rather just spend it working on the truck. And like I said in the video, until the truck's in my name, I'm not going to spend any money and not a lot of time working on it because you never know what could happen with the title. The title, some shit could go bad, and then I got to reevaluate everything that I got going on. But and I'm just being cautious is all it is. There's nothing has happened to make me think that I'm going to lose the truck in any way, shape, or form. It's just I want my name on that fucking title before I spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars working on it and hours, straining my marriage because are you coming home? But no, I'm working on the truck. I want you to come home. It's my birthday. Like, I'm working on the truck, babe. I only got so much time. Anyway, so before I fucking change the way my life works with this truck, I want to make sure it's at least mine in my name. Because I'm planning on doing cab corners, rockers, floorboards, other little rust patching around the place. I think I've come to terms with it. I am going to change the color of it. The blue, I have no problem with the blue. Just my vision with the blue doesn't work out. So, and with me replacing a lot of panels and going through and fixing rust here and there, and you never know, like, I'm not really worried about the rust on the bed, but if I come across a bed that I can cut a rust free patch out of, or even just buy, if it's like super cheap to buy the patch panels, and I'm already going to be patching some shit, I might as well like fix up some of the rust. It's not going to, it's still going to look like a piece of junk. It's not going to be a professional job. I'm not going to the fucking body shop and having everything smoothed out and everything. It's going to look fucking cobbled together. I promise you. It will be rust free. Well, not rust free, but it will, like, most of the major rust areas are going to be taken care of. But I don't want it to look nice. I've had that issue with a lot of fucking people. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to fix that." I'm like, "No, I don't." They're like, "Well, what do you do?" Like, I don't want it nice. Like, if it's nice, I might as well sell it and buy another piece of junk because that's what I want. I want it to be a junker. I want it to look. I don't want to scratch a freshly painted panel. I don't want to dent it. I don't want to mess anything up on a nice truck. Now, I don't plan on messing this truck up, but I plan on driving it. I want it to be the Larry the Cable Guy fucking truck. It's old. Even Larry the Cable's guy. No, his truck was fucking awesome. I liked it, but it's not. I'm not gonna do a Fall Guy fucking truck and make it all like purdy and everything. It's gonna be a junky looking truck, and that's my plan. If it was nice, maybe I'd make it look junky. I don't know, but I want to get it repainted. Now, my company, we do have a sandblaster. It's an outdoor sandblaster, so it's not like a recirculating, and that's how a lot of car sandblasters, I guess, are. I don't know. But I've had a little bit of an idea. I've got all the equipment. I just need to go out and buy some sand, and I don't know if that's going to be, the sand media is going to be super expensive or not, because it's all going to go away, and I got to be careful with it. But if I thought about maybe using the sandblaster and just blast it down to bare metal and then primer it and blast it down and then fix all the panels and then primer it, sand it, and I'm not going to do a great job at sanding. It's not going to look, I'm not going to have booger welds all over it. Like, I'll try to make it nice and neat, but if there's a crease there, well, there's a crease there. It's just like, I'm not going to throw a bunch of Bondo all over it either. You're going to be able to tell which panels were fucking replaced by me. And I'm not a body guy. I don't claim to be. I'm not over here doing going to be doing work for other people. I'm just trying to get the holes out of the fucking cab. That's the main issue, is the cab. Get the cab. And Dalton off of the pole barn garage, he's the guy that really inspired me, because the Holy Goat, that fucking car, if he's got that car up and running, tagged and driving, there's a lot of fucking holes in that fucking thing. Or the Silver Dollar Chevy that he had, that everybody said was unrestorable, and then he restored it all. Like, it just takes a little bit of time and effort and money, and you can get it to a good point. And that Silver Dollar Chevy was a fucking slick ass truck. Like, it was clean, buddy. Mine is not going to be clean, which will make it a lot of the process much easier. And I'm not painting it black, and it probably won't have a clear coat finish on it. I'll probably end up just getting some tractor paint and a cheapo air gun and just spray it outside. Just gravel, dust, and all. Just let it get it. I don't care, but I want to get it. I'm thinking brown, brown, tan, white, green, even. Some of those neutral. It'll be a neutral color. It'll look fucking awesome. And then get me some stencils and just do some stencils on the side of it. I'm really thinking about the lumber company, doing the lumber company logo on the side. That'd be pretty cool. It's got like a mountain and a river. And I think even the original name, it was like a stencil type lettering. So it'll look cool. And yeah, other than that, wheels and tires. Get the rust, the cab mainly. Get it, sanded down, or not sanded, blasted. Get the brakes good. Make sure all the drivetrain and all the components are good. The wiring, and then paint it, stencil it, wheels, tires, and I think it's good. Headache rack, and I really don't. I'm trying to think of other stuff I would want to do to it, and that's about it. The interior, I'll do the interior. I might get a new dash pad for it, but the dash pad, I mean, it's cracked and stuff, but I don't care if it's cracked. Let it be cracked. Now, if it's like breaking and falling into pieces and there's like shit, yeah, I'll replace broken stuff. But if it's just old looking, that's fine. New door seals, because it would be nice to be able to like seal, like, and whenever I do the floor pans, get some of that matting, the sound deadening stuff, and make it to where like you close the door, like it's a sealed truck. New door seals, window seals, and just, I guess what you would call it would be like sort of a rat rod build, but it's not. I'm not doing rat rod. Just a little freshen up. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of money, but I'm here for it. Anyways, I'm going to let you go right now, because I need to make sure my buddy back here don't need to call me before we hit the scale up here. I'll be right back. Guys, it is now 4:20. A lot of stuff went wrong, and then finally some things started to go well. So we show up to the job site, and we have a guzzler, right? And it's got the 8-inch flex hose. Like, Well, I guess it's like 6-inch flex hose. It's fucking big though, because it's, thick. Looking. Anyways, we have that, and we go up there and we talk to the guy, and he's like, he shows us a 1.5-inch piece of pipe. I'm like, what's that? He's like, this is what you need to use to get the stuff out of the tanks. And I'm like, oh, that's not gonna. I mean, what? He said that's what you need to get the stuff out of the tanks. I'm like, okay, well, we have like a giant hose. We're gonna have to snake it down, uh, down to that. So we cobbled together a bunch of little bullshit down. We got all this. We have 200 foot of flex hose strung out through this fucking building. It's a madhouse, man. And we're just like, if you ever get a Slurpee and you drink it all, but your straw is leaving holes in it. That's what this shit was. It was a water softening tank. There's 6 of them. We only needed to do 3 of them, and the first one just took us a very long time. So I don't know. So snaking, stepping it down to a 6-inch hose down to a 1-inch hose, it really increases the pressure that builds inside that pipe. So even when we're not sucking product, the hose is shrinking. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to explain this well enough for anybody out there, but it was not good. We had hoses collapsing. We had shit stretching out. I had to use a strap to keep the hose at least in the general work area. We had 200 foot in there. I mean, we had plenty of hose, but it shrunk. In the flex hose, it'll shrink 50%. So it was going from 100 foot down to, or 200 foot down to 100 foot. It was not good. And it was inside this really clean building. Oh, and I totally I buried the main lead. I almost got fucking tased. Those motherfucking security guards over there. So I ought to just start this shit over. But let me just start over real quick. We drive out to the wrong address. The address that is listed onto the paper is the address we go to. And that is the wrong address. We stop off at a hardware store to grab some stuff, because usually if you're using a guzzler, you want to tape a stick to the end of it so you can handle the hose. So we stopped off there. That's when I called, and then they're telling me, oh, you turn off this road and then that road, and then it's across the street from the Casey's and blah, blah, blah. You got to go to this building and get a fucking badge. Then you got to go down the street and go around the corner and then come to this place. They got to run to road work. There's a no truck route that way, but if you can find a way around it, but they're just going. This guy's telling me shit 90 mile an hour, and I'm on the map just zooming in. I'm like, none of these roads are matching up. Hey, let me make sure I got the right address. And I give it to him, and he's like, no, that's not even the right state, because Kansas and Missouri are really close together right over here. And, I was in Kansas. He's like, no, you're not even in the right state. You need to come back on over, blah, blah, blah. And we get there. We go in. The security guard in the first building is super duper nice. We have to go there to get badges. And then she says, hey, I'm so sorry, but I don't have 2 access badges. So only one of these badges is going to work to open up gates and doors. The other one is just basically says that you've been here. You know what the fuck is going on. So I say, no problem, and I grab the badge and I hit the road. Go through the no truck route. At this point in time, I'm driving a pickup truck. I am currently driving a guzzler. But, and we pull up to the actual building where we're supposed to go. Let me roll up these windows a little bit. This truck, this is a nice brand new pickup, or a guzzler truck. And the AC doesn't work at a fucking all. Nothing over here works. It's not blowing any air whatsoever. So I gotta have the windows down because it is 85 degrees out. So pull into the official site that we're supposed to go to. I badge in and I pull through, and then the guy in the guzzler, gets stopped at the gate. So I pull up ahead and I park and I get out and I walk over there, and as I'm walking over there, there's a security guard standing there. He's walking up to see what the hell's going on with this guy. Why is his badge not working to get in the gate? Blah, blah, blah. And I walk up to the gate, and he's like, "Hey, sir, I need you to back up." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Back up." I'm like, "Okay." So I start to back up, and then another security guard jumps out of the fucking security house or whatever, jumps out, and she says, "You mother, get on the ground, motherfucker." I'm like, "Oh, what? Hold on. I'm just trying to explain that the lady at the guard," and she's like, "Shut the fuck up and put your hands up and spread your cheeks." And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "Hey, listen, I'm just trying to explain." And they're like, "All right, he's good to go." And then they let him in the gate. And then I just say, "All right, fuck all you guys." And I just turn around and get in the truck and I drive off. And then the boss of the company, or at least the that building, is the guy that we're there to work for. So he pulls up, and I think him pulling up, it was kind of like on Simba or on Lion King, whenever Simba's like, and then all of a sudden he tries it again. He goes, but it's because his dad is behind him. That's what happened, because I was like, "Fuck you, security guard," and then they just ran it back into their little security house. I scared them off. But then I turn around and he's sitting there in his little golf cart, and he's like, "You're here to see me." I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? They about fucking tased my ass." And he's like, "No, they ain't gonna do shit. They don't have any weapons or nothing." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yeah, they're all fucking dumbasses." I'm like, "You're right. They are dumbasses." So he let us in there, and then that's when he was showing us the job site, and he said, "Hey, here's what you need to use to get all that shit out of that fucking tank." He says, "The guys that came out here last time to clean it, this is what they used." And I'm like, "Did they use a guzzler?" He's like, "What do you know? They used a vacuum truck." I'm like, "Well, a guzzler is a vacuum truck, but I don't know, like, the paperwork that I have says to bring a guzzler, and it had the totally wrong address and the wrong name, and the scope of the work, like what you're doing there, that was all right. Like, everything that I was given was wrong. All I knew is that we had a job to do for a company, and they just sent us out there with an old ass work order that was wrote up whenever the fuck. And they just basically copied and pasted it and then printed it out and sent it to us. They're like, "We've done this before. Go have fun." So yeah, we get out there, and yeah, we just taper down fittings, because they have a bunch of piping and stuff. I'm like, "Do you have a Sawzall?" And he's like, "Yeah." So we grab a Sawzall. We're just chopping up a bunch of different sized pipes to get it down to the right OD, outer dimensional, and we get everything hooked up, and then the hose is like all stretched out and it's collapsing and shit, and it's not going well at all. And then yeah, we stick the hose. We get up there, we get the hose in the hole, but it's like a Slurpee. Like, you stick the hose in, and then like the shit's not falling in. The product wasn't even the right product. We were supposed to be sucking up carbon, like some sort of carbon material, which usually it acts like water. So like it's like a self-leveling type of shit, whatever it is. I don't know. It's slightly, it's not like exactly water, but it's like a powder, but it always stays level for the most part. So you can just stick a hose down to the bottom of it, turn on the truck, and it'll suck that whole tank down. Not this time. This was different stuff. It was like some sort of, I think it was salt. I don't know. It's a water softening system for a big plant. So there's 6 of these water softening tanks, and we got these 2 other guys sitting around, and they're like, Are you guys going to be done anytime soon? I'm like, dude, we barely even got started. I'm like, everything that we were told is wrong. This is not looking good. But we're going to keep chipping away until we're done. And yeah, we make it to like, what, 1 o'clock in the afternoon? And we're like, we still haven't even finished the first fucking tank. This is not good. We already added hose to it. We did a bunch of shit. We have a bunch of, like, the hose, because the hose is corrugated, so the salt or the rock or whatever the fuck's in this damn thing is getting caught in all the corrugations, and it's making the hose heavy as a motherfucker. So I can barely lift it up to hold it up high enough so it doesn't rip off our shitty taped together sawzalled fucking fittings and shit. So, and then eventually we do call the boss and we kind of give him the situation, and then he sends over a crew to save us. Well, not a crew, just one guy. He sent one guy with like 75 foot of 4-inch hose and hard pipe. Luckily, he happened to have a 3-inch liquid vac hose with him. So I'm like, none of this shit's gonna work, but I could use that 3-inch fucking hose because we can step down a 6 to a 3, and then the 3 is a long, flexible hose that we can handle, and I don't have to hold this fucking guzzler hose all the way up in the fucking air. I got it duct taped to a fucking ladder and shit. It was rough. Luckily, while we were waiting for that one guy, because he had to go get a badge, and I warned him. I said, "Do not walk up to the fucking fence. They will try to tase your ass." But he got in just fine. And then I showed him where we went, and then we used that hose, and then that just makes life so much easier because that hose it had more of a pull too, because the 1-inch hose, it's only got vacuum at like 1-inch fucking area, but the 3-inch is got a 3-inch area, and it's flexible, easier to move around, easier to hold, everything. So we were able to get the last 2 tanks done. Now you might be wondering, like, why don't you just pull from the bottom? Maybe you're not wondering that, but that's definitely something that I was fucking wondering. I'm like, hey, can we just pull from the bottom? Like, can you undo the fittings? Like, you undid all the fittings up at the top. Can you undo the fittings at the bottom, and we can just stick our hose there? And then at the top, all we got to do is have like a stick. We just have to we can turn on the vacuum, and we just need a stick to kind of push the shit to the center of the hole, and everything will get back. Like, it would have been so easy. Says, no, we can't do that. I'm like, motherfucker. So anyways, we got 3 out of the 6 done. That's all they wanted us to do today. And it's realistically, it's 4:30. It's not that bad. So I don't know. I might need to pause again here to make sure, because the landfill closes at 5. I don't think I'm gonna make it there by 5, but you never know. They might want me to at least try. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. And we're done at the landfill, just like that. Yeah, I talked to a couple other people on the phone earlier, so I didn't record. But yeah, I did. I ended up going to landfill. It is now 5:40. So yeah, things are going great. My wife is going to take some clothing to her mother's house, or she's already there. I don't know. So I'm gonna hurry on back to the shop and then drive on over to her house, pick her up, and then I'm good to go. Then we get to go eat a delicious dinner. It's a Mongolian barbecue. Okay, I don't know if people don't know what Mongolian barbecue. That's the name of the place. It's not the type of food. It is the type of food they have too. But the name of the oh Jesus Christ! About got fucking killed over here. Not me. Somebody else. People are driving like madmen. Oh, ripped all my papers up on accident. Was trying to grab them real quick and everything ripped in half. Not good. Trying to find a spitter in this motherfucker is not easy. There's one. So, yeah, today's going great. Other than all the bad stuff, the good stuff has been good. The bad stuff has been all right. The AC in this motherfucker does not work, and that's really upsetting. It's 91 now, so I don't know. I think it said 85 earlier, and now it's 91. It's just getting hotter, which is fine. I don't mind rolling with the windows down, but it doesn't make good for phone calls or recording video. At least I don't think so. It's noisy. All my shit gets blown around in here. Move over, dickhead! He had room to move over, and he didn't. What a fucking cocksucker. And now I'm throwing rocks off my fucking tires all over the place. Woo! Yeah, watch out. These rocks will get your fucking window, you motherfucking Ford Fusion mother bitch. Um, Headed back to the shop. I gotta see you. The guy that was going with me, he he said, "Hey, I just got to the shop and I'm leaving now." I'm like, "You motherfucker! You got me out here still working. Guess what? I gotta get back to the shop. I gotta get the truck fueled up. I gotta do all the paperwork. I gotta turn it in because they need it for tomorrow. And then, and I gotta go, man. I got places to be. But tomorrow they're gonna have a much easier day. Tomorrow, the hose is already there, so and we only cut it in one spot. So tomorrow they just gotta drag the hose out, hook it to the truck, tape one section together, and then the ladder's sitting right there. So just climb up on the ladder, put the hose up there, turn the truck on, suck, and then you're done. So tomorrow they're gonna have a bad day tomorrow because they're gonna get off extra early. They're gonna get back to the shop, and then they're gonna have to do all the extra shit that's going on. But for me, oh, and another thing is today I made the other guy call the boss with all the problems. I said, I'm not calling them. Every time I talk to them, I give them bad news. So I'm not calling them. I was like, I'm going to sit here and try to figure it out myself. I know they fucked us over because everything that was wrote down on the paperwork was wrong. Um, so you call them. I'm not going to say shit. I'm going to sit here and cobble this shit together. I'm going to milk the fucking hours. If they want to fuck us and just send us, because this work order was wrote years back. So it was a totally different address. It was, so that address is long gone and the new address is new. I don't know, but it was years back because I asked one of the guys there. I was like, "Did you ever what is this address?" And he's like, "Oh, that's our old shop from fucking fuck years ago." I'm like, those motherfuckers just copied and pasted. They just looked up a work order that we did at this place once before, and then wrote that up and sent it to us. And those motherfuckers fucked us up. But whatever, it's okay. If we would have known what we were getting into, yeah, everything would have went way better. But it's all right. I ate sandwiches. The guy I was with ate sandwiches. I brought my shit with all my sandwich stuff in it, so he was happy. I was happy. We did get to sit and eat lunch for about 15 minutes, and that's some of the shit is when we don't take breaks. There's no breaks really. It's like work and then work some more and then keep on working. And then yeah, you might have like 5 to 10 minutes that you can run off, but not really. And yeah, I don't know. But we were able to stop and eat some lunch, so that was good. And whenever we were leaving, I had to turn my badge into the security office. And I was like, "Hey, don't you ever try to fucking tase me again?" She's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I'm the fucking guy you were trying to fucking, you were like, get on the ground." I'm like, "What the fuck was that all about?" She's like, "Oh, that wasn't me." I'm like, "Yeah, it was you. Your image is burned into my mind because you look so angry." She's like, "Oh, yeah. Now I know what you're talking about." I'm like, "Yeah, you hoe. You fucking, you're a fucking crazy bitch." I walk up to a fence and you fucking about tased my ass. And I was already badged into the plant. So it's not like I'm some crazy guy trying to get inside. It's like I'm a normal guy inside trying to just say, "Hey, you gave us 2 badges at the other place," because you had to get the badges at the offices. And the offices are 6 blocks away. Go to the offices, get the badges. When we got the badges, only one was going to let us in the fucking gate. The other one was a dummy badge, basically. And I was just trying to say, one was a dummy badge, you fucking hoe. That's all. I wasn't going to go over there and start mingling and everything. I just wanted, you fucking hoe. You're a hoe. You're a bitch ass hoe. You fucking crazy hoe. That's what I kept saying. Said, "You're a crazy motherfucking hoe." Look at these fucking idiot bitches over here filming the fucking train. I don't know what the hell's going on, but they are over here. There's like a bunch of people over here filming. Maybe there's a special train coming by. Is this the special train they want to look at? It looks like a normal fucking train. Let's look at it. Mm-mm-mm. Looks like a normal train to me. Let's get a better look. Nope, yep, BNSF. Black and orange. I don't know. Some people do some weird stuff. I don't know. Life is really busy right now, which is I don't know. It sucks when there's something that like when life isn't that busy and it's like I got all this free time. I'm just sitting at home, not doing shit. And now it's like, hey, I have a truck I can work on or be around or look at and do little stuff here and there. And I need to get to the DMV. I need to get an IDOD. I need to do all this other shit. And it's like, there's no time now. You can't do that anymore. Maybe try again next year. That's what it feels like. I know I'm just being a little fucking pansy about it, but uh, is this train blocking? This train is blocking. I have to. All right, I guess I'm getting up on the fucking highway. I think not yellow light. There was a popo. A popo stopped at the red light that I just ran. He don't care. I'm gonna say he don't care. So hopefully he won't care. Damn, there's a GMC Envoy. It ain't the Denali, but it's a fucking Envoy. Got a barbecue place right next to me. It smells so fucking good. Oh, that's not. Was that a BNSF? That's a Union Pacific over here. Um, yeah, today's gonna be great. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this here shortly. Don't fucking stop. There you go. Get out of the road, you bitch. Keep all 18 down, and I'll talk to you real soon.